Welcome, folks. I am Jabby Kuwait, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We are continuing on with The Sandman, episode 3 from season 1, Dream a Little Dream of Me. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, you will see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts or interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKuwait, or become a member of this YouTube channel so you can watch the whole episode with us. You will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up the episode in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. So yeah, if you're over on the Patreon page, etc., you'll be able to be in sync with us because we give you a countdown and timer and all that stuff to make it real easy.
Yes.
Also, we got a bunch of other stuff on there that you can watch with us. We've been covering all the Marvel shows, and we covered a while back. We covered Justice League, Zack Snyder's cut. Recently, did Total Recall, and ACHARA and I did The Predator. A whole bunch of stuff. Prey. That's the more. Yeah, it's exactly. So yeah, if you want to watch all that with us, then become a member of our YouTube or become a Patreon member. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you will have to hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up, please. Okay, here we go.
I like her aesthetic.
What is it? What's happened?
We have to go. We have to get out of here now.
We will. Tell me what's happened.
He said it was an accident, like when Mum died.
Where is he?
Run now.
What the hell?
Playing with some weird magic shit.
We was just having a bit of fun.
Bit of fun.
Who? Did you see that? Something on the roof in the room.
Must still be inside.
Inside the club.
You don't want to go in there.
No. No, I bloody don't. Someone has to clean up your shit.
You saw something on the roof?
I saw something on the ceiling. I thought I saw an upside down little girl. But maybe it was just her reflected on this. I'm just freaking myself out.
I thought there was a bug on the ceiling and you scared the shit out of me, ACHARA.
I don't know, man. It's looking scary. Oh. Oh.
Joanna Constantine.
Ah!
You know the Sandman. He's back. He's no fairy story, Missy. He's back and he wants his son.
Good to know. I'm off to work.
You'll see.
You were warned.
I'm 208 years old.
That's right.
Constantine.
Haha.
That was quick.
She sounds like that because she's been possessed by a fucking demon.
Can we at least jog her first? Get her drunk. Tie her up a little bit.
She's British royalty.
I love that shit.
Any other ideas?
Yeah. Take your top off.
What? Oh, she's going to pretend to be
Yeah.
a vicar.
Da locum impiissime.
Da locum
Sorry, I've been fasting.
Oh, it's him.
William Venisti de operibus tuis.
Are you going to be sick, Kevin? Are you going to be sick during our wedding?
Quites baleat.
She's a bitch.
Quite fitting ligavit. Et vassa tu deripit.
Oh! Oh my god! Ah!
Rick!
Oh shit.
Run along and fuck off back to hell.
You lie for a living. You're Ethel Cripps, you're Ethel D, you're Madame Daudet, and apparently I'm a man called John Burgess.
That is actually your name, though.
My father was Roderick Burgess.
Your father was a cunt who wanted me to abort you.
That may be the first honest thing you ever said to me. You want me to give you the ruby? Then you tell me everything.
Wow.
This time you tell me the truth.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That was a power move.
Your new man is not unfit.
He's not my man. It's not even a man. He's endless.
No more questions. Just
like,
I would have
alright.
questions. What? Endless? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
A leather pouch filled with sand. I need it back.
I will help you find your sand.
Good.
First thing tomorrow.
No.
And I work alone. Don't want you and your little friend follow me all over London.
My friend.
Is that like your raven?
Oh shit.
Oh, hello.
Tell me your name.
It's, Matthew, sir.
Matthew the Raven.
If I need assistance.
You do, actually. She's getting away, sir. She...
Is that Patton Oswalt?
Yeah.
But maybe we shouldn't give away a jewel that makes dreams come true when we could use it to dream of a world without the Sandman. We could start again.
I guess my prediction about him was wrong.
Yeah.
My last raven came here to help me. Her name was Jessamine. She died, trying to help me.
Look, let me at least help you find this woman.
If she is asleep, then I know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He looks so much like Jason Isaacs to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So she's constantly having this nightmare.
Yeah. Oh God. I was like, are they gonna do it? And they do. I thought they were gonna split her in half. Somehow her hand is not as bad.
But I could make it go away.
Only if I help you find your sand.
Though finding anything in this place may require more magic than even you can muster. You have a gift for disappearing.
If the mess in here offends you, wait till you see my office.
He didn't say anything about the mess offending her.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh.
That was the joke.
Oh.
Well, they do come in handy sometimes. You seem pretty attached to your sand.
Is that a reference?
It's not just an object, it's a part of...
What's it called?
The crossbow?
Yeah, crossbow.
I've got this. It's you I'm trying to save. What can I do to make you believe me?
Oh, is that a good move, Mama?
I should have done long ago. If I give you this, you won't need the ruby.
Maybe she might move house. Please have moved house. Bollocks. Maybe we'll get lucky and she won't be...
Oh, shit. Who answers the door for a stranger?
She's gonna slam the door in my face like I'm about to do with you right now.
I don't think he needs doors, though.
Well, I was just about to ask you, like, does physical material, like, really stand in his way? Because he got into her apartment just fine.
Yeah. No, I don't think he needs doors.
Sorry to bother you. I left some things behind when we broke up and I was wondering if...
Did we?
I should have phoned or at least texted.
Do you want to come in and apologise properly?
Oh, wow. Damn. Just like that?
If I were Joanna Constantine, I'd be up there cutting a deal with Rachel to keep the sand, then cut the dream sand with real sand and sell it to the highest bidder. Whatever they're doing up there, they're not thinking about you.
Nope, they're not.
Take this apology into the bedroom.
It's going well, isn't it?
Why did she just let her in?
Oliver and Kit Ryan, but they all told me to just get over you. Who ruins everything she touches.
What?
Constantine, wake up.
Yeah. Ah.
If it wasn't for your sand, she wouldn't be like this.
I'm not the one who left her with it.
What is wrong with you? All you care about is your sand. Your power. Why are you still here if you won't help?
Can you, like, sprinkle sand on her or something? And okay, you already know what's happening? Okay. What'd I say? Did she die?
Mm-hmm. She couldn't live anymore. She, like you said, she was basically... The only thing that was keeping her alive was the sand.
I hope it keeps you alive forever. It's all a mother wants, really. Take it.
It's not bound to her. It's whoever wears it.
I'm not sure of the rules exactly, but I imagine if you give a magical object, then it's a gift.
One last thing. I'm sorry I was such a shit mom.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Mother.
What did you do to her?
Oh, bad news.
Didn't do anything. I need you to step away from her.
Put it on if you want to survive.
I will shoot.
You'll only be hurting yourself.
Oh, whoa.
Bad news, bad news.
Don't you fucking move!
Save on the effects.
It's too cold for you to be out here without a coat.
Oh God, it's you.
May I return it to you when I get to where I'm good? Well, the only thing that matters to me is that you get to where you're going. Thank you.
He didn't take it, did he?
Take what?
The thing.
He doesn't need it. He can't die, really. The only way he can die is if Morpheus kills him.
She died in peace. Constantine! That nightmare won't trouble you anymore.
Where are we going?
Hell.
Either way, we should probably check in with Lucian first, right? See how she's feeling about it? I'm gonna go out on a limb, which is something birds actually do. But I don't get a sense that you're listening, so fuck it, let's go to hell.
Is that bag infinite?
I don't know exactly, but I imagine
He's just,
so.
He's just pouring that out like willy-nilly.
It's magical. So, I mean, yeah, okay. I think it is.
You know, at the end of watching A Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I found out from a buddy of mine who had read the books that Craig Daniels' character doesn't come back. I never followed up on those stories, but I was just kind of thrown. I'm like, wait, but they had this rapport. Why won't they have more stories with them together? That doesn't make any sense. He goes, I know, that's weird, right? And so with this, I don't know if she's coming back. Obviously, you know more than I do, but I thought there was gonna be a whole thing with them doing this whole thing together. You know, that's gonna be a lot of the show,
right?
But what's being told to me at this moment is that no, it's more of him and his bird.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew is definitely a mainstay. I really liked how they approached Joanna Constantine in this, or Constantine rather.
Is that the English pronunciation or something? Because I just know it as Constantine.
Yeah, I thought it was Constantine at first, but the way they say it in the show is Constantine, so there you go. But I really liked her. I liked the interpretation of the character and just how badass she was.
And the actress is quite good as well.
Yeah, she's really good, and so I enjoyed that. I was really looking forward to that scene at Rachel Moody's place because, you know, in the way it was described in the audiobook it was just kind of really gross inside the apartment. I think it's because they spent a little bit more time in there with and kind of explaining what happened, because her getting the sand, somehow she got a hold of it, right? And then she started using it and it was like a drug. And then she just kept using and using and using until everything in her apartment kind of became this weird, messed up, decayed, dream-like place. And it was just slimy and gross. And so basically she was just living off the sand and she wasn't eating or drinking and she was just dying. That's why she was like that. She was basically a skeleton when they came to find her. But
a lot
they didn't
of those
really
details,
explain that.
Yeah, a lot. This was absent largely a lot of those details, I suppose. It was mostly inferred. I guess I sort of got that on a subconscious level. That, you know, I mean, I got the sense that she was sort of just had the life drained from her, almost like a drug addiction, I suppose, was the easiest analogy to make. She just was so absorbed in it.
You just become so obsessed with the dreams that real life no longer holds any luster.
I got a sense of that, and I suppose that was enough. I mean, the books in general allow you to really dive into all the nitty gritty, whereas with movies and whatnot, it's almost like jazz. There are notes not being played, and that's sort of the point. That, you know, what you get is the sense of the world and not every nitty gritty little tiny detail, which is actually better for the purposes of cinematic storytelling. It's more about being immersed in this rather than being told everything in a very expository fashion. So I thought that actually the way they handled it, based off what you just said, I thought was handled very nicely. I was kind of thrown by the whole thing when she was making out with the chick in the hallway, and then he goes, "Oh, it was the sand." I'm like, what is that even? What's the sand doing?
Yeah, because I think what it was trying to show was just how...
It consumes you.
Yeah, because just by being there, it's basically her dream. So she has control of it. So I think that's what they were trying to show.
Who buzzed her in?
She buzzed her in somehow. I don't know. It's like all part of the dream. Good question, though.
I guess that's refrigerator logic and doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt's voice is showing up everywhere. He was at the end of Eternals as well. And so his voice is so easily recognizable. And I am of two minds about him because I think he's really good. And I think that him as Matthew is actually, he's funny, as a funny character, and I think it works. The thing is, when I've gone to London the 2 times, because he said this is London, right? So it said London, England, or London, UK. The 2 times I've gone to London, I did not encounter a single other American the entire time I was there. Not to say that there aren't Americans there, but like he said he's been there his whole life. Why wouldn't the character be voiced by someone English? I'm not opposed to American actors or actresses, for that matter, being involved in this show. More Americans, please. I love it because the English are taking over every goddamn acting job there is what it feels like sometimes. And so I'm all for more Americans, but when he said, I've been here my whole life, I'm like, what? I don't understand. Your whole life, wouldn't you be speaking with an English accent then?
I think that he's talking about how he's been in the world of humans, in the waking world.
So not specifically London.
Yeah.
Just Earth.
Yeah, he was basically a low-rent criminal when he was alive, and then he died, and he was given the option of like, hey, do you want to like become a raven and help out Morpheus? And he was like, yeah, okay, cool, because I don't really remember what his other options were, but I don't think they were good.
I enjoyed the little moment of his expressing insecurity because he's like, oh, I know that, Leslie, or whatever the name of the other crow was. Jessamine. I know that she's so amazing and I'm not like as good, but you know what? I like that little moment. It just made him more human.
Funnily enough, and he's a bird.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really great as this kind of like comedic relief. I think it's needed.
Especially in a very, very gothic, dark show like this. Yeah.
Yeah. And if they go through with what I'm hoping they go through with John Burgess, it's about to get real crazy. Like, really crazy. I'm actually really excited for it. I want to see what they do with that stuff because that was one of my favorite stories in the first audiobook that I listened to because it's just like off the wall bonkers.
Yeah. There are these people out there who have an issue where they remember everything.
I don't.
And no, I'm saying like this is a real problem where like they have a hard time being present because they remember everything. Like they could, if I asked them what they did on January 5th of 1992, they'd be able to tell me exactly what they were doing. It's a problem. So, likewise, you are remembering the story so intimately that you're having a hard time being present with this. What did you think of this episode, ACHARA?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I really liked it.
You keep doing this comparison to business, and I was like, well, what did you feel about how they executed it?
The problem is that I listened to the audiobook several months ago, so it's still fairly recent in my mind. Perhaps if there had been a little bit more time elapsed between, doing that and then watching this, it wouldn't be so fresh. But I think that they've done a really good job of interpreting the material for television and making it really engaging and interesting. I said that I liked Joanna. I liked what they've done with that character because obviously that is different in terms of like she's a woman and not a man anymore. But I thought that she did a really great job, and I'm loving the interpretation of just like the weirdness of what goes on in dreams and nightmares, and I'm really hoping that they push it even more.
That was what was sold to us in the commercials.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for in the coming episodes because I think if they're following kind of what I think is to come next, then it should like really get strange and it should be pushed more, and so I just want to see what they do. I'm so excited.
As far as this episode goes, I thought that Constantine did a very, very good job. I mean, the actress, she did a very good job of portraying this person who seemed like she knew her shit, kind of like the Constantine character I'm familiar with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were the same.
In any case, I liked her attitude and her approach to everything. It was this very degaff mode kind of
Yeah.
thing, and I thought that it was like entertaining at the very least. And her banter with the female priest, I thought all that stuff was cool. The effect with the demon coming out of the guy's mouth was insane. Banana Town. I just had questions in that moment. Not that they necessarily needed answering, because a lot of this is sort of like as you go along, you have questions that just don't get answered because it's just the environment. You're just in this weird environment. There's no time to answer that question. We got to get on to the next thing over here, which I kind of like. I think that's cool. I thought that whole moment was Banana Town, and even Constantine enjoying it was a little bit fun to me, because she was enjoying the casting of this spell and then the reaction of the royalty, because she hates royalty.
Yeah.
There's like this subtext there that's going on as well. I thought that all that stuff was pretty cool. And then the banter or the interactions between Constantine and Morpheus or Sandman or Dream, it's got so many different names. I liked where it was going, and it made me wish that there was going to be more between them. Don't tell me if there is or isn't.
No,
But-
honestly, I don't know, because this was the only story that I remember.
Well, anyway, all I'm saying is I enjoyed the interactions between the two of them enough that I was like, there was this part of me going, oh, well, let's have some more of that. That seems kind of cool. But, if they don't, it still goes in line with the show, because like new stuff keeps happening. Every episode he's encountering completely different characters.
Yeah.
Like in the first well, I don't have to give you what do you call it?
A rundown.
A rundown of all 3 episodes that we've watched so far. But that seems to be what's happening. And what they are doing that's cool is with each successive episode, we've watched so far, they're introducing these really interesting people.
Yeah.
Really interesting characters. And then they move on to a new set. And I'm like, even in just these 3 episodes, they've got a whole library of interesting characters.
Yeah.
I think that's phenomenal writing phenomenal writing and casting when you're able to do that, where it's so compelling to just go one episode to the next and hang out with these people in this weird ethereal thing. So I'm hoping Constantine comes back, though. Whatever they do with David Thewlis, obviously he's coming back.
Yes, he is.
And he is a very, very, very interesting actor. And so I'm hoping that he is a character that really creates conundrums, if you will, for our main character. And I hope that he returns throughout several episodes and doesn't die in the next one or something like that.
I did actually really enjoy that scene between him and his mom. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool scene.
Yeah, I mean, the casting in here is pretty strong.
Yeah, so good.
So, anyways, really enjoyed this so far, and I'm looking forward to episode 4. Hopefully you guys are too. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Do subscribe, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. I'm Jabby Kuwait. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.